Every business is intended to make profits. Therefore, in starting your pig farming business, there are some factors you need to consider before investing your money and time into it. You should make sure what you're producing, people are ready and are willing to buy what you're about to produce. And that is to say, you should know how much it will cost you to raise your pigs, how much people are willing to buy for it, and how long it will take you to raise them to the to the size in which you want them to grow up to. Therefore, you need to make your market research before you invest heavily into what you want to start with. So, if you consider all these factors, you come to realize that the local breeds make no sense in terms of profitability to raise them, and therefore you should go in for the exotic breeds. For the local breeds, they are fine, or you are fine with it if you're raising for home consumption, but in commercial sense, it does not tell you all that much. But before I tell you the reasons for why you should go in for exotic breeds, consider subscribing to the channel and turning on the notification bell to get the regular pig farming updates on this channel. So the first reason is the growth. In terms of growth, whilst the exotic breeds are taking 6 to 7 months to grow, the local breeds will be requiring you to raise them for 10 to 14 months, meaning they will consume the same feed for the same amount, and it will take longer time for you to get the kind of size you want them to reach. And the second one too is the length and then their size. You know, comparing the two pigs in terms of their length, you can put 3 or 4 of the local pigs together to give you the length of a particular exotic breed type. So it means they always, in terms of the length and then size, the exotic breeds are always bigger, and then they are longer also in terms of size to the local breeds. Remember, they are going to consume the same amount of feed, but when they are ready for market, whilst you are selling exotic breeds for 3,000, the local breeds will be sold for somewhere 600, 700, which means you are incurring a lot of cost to keep these local breeds on your farm. And litter size. With the litter, the number of piglets per farrow per each of the pigs. For the exotic breeds, at least you'll be able to get 12 and then 16 piglets per farrow. But with the local breeds, you're going to get somewhere less, 6, 7, or 8. Are you getting it? And usually they are very smaller at birth. You see them very small, it means they're going to eat a lot before they're able to even survive. And it is not even likely that they will survive. So most of them will die before you even realize. And the fourth reason is also their sensitivity. You know, the local breeds, they are very sensitive, meaning they're able to make differences between their piglets and that of another. So in an instance where you have two of your sows farrow the same time, and maybe one of your sow has less number of available functional teeth and then larger litter size, it means you can't balance the piglet by giving one to another which has more functional teeth but less litter size. So if you take the one with less available functional teeth but more litter size, if you take part of its piglet to the one with more functional teeth, it is going to attack them in terms of the local breed side. But with the exotic ones, there's a way you can combine them without it realizing that it's not for them. And in terms of hygiene also, the local pigs naturally they are very unhygienic. They like dirt. That's why you always see them moving around in the refuse dumps. They are built to survive, so they are always looking dirty and they prefer to be in that state. And you know, as at now, people have become very conscious of what they eat. If you raise something which is always people come to buy and it is looking dirty, that means they are not going to prefer to buy from them. And if you're also trying to keep them neat, because they are naturally built to be that way, they will hardly like they find it difficult to grow in that particular neat environment. Okay, so they always prefer to be in the dirt instead of you housing them. Then one thing is also in terms of maintenance. If you build 2 separate rooms, one for the local and the one for the exotic, with the same material and the same effort put into the building, it will take the local one very short time to destroy because they have strong teeth and then a snout to root deeply to even bring out the cemented floor. Are you getting it? So in terms of maintenance, it means the local breeds are going to be very destructive, which will require you to maintain the pen or very often in the pen. But with the exotic breeds, they sometimes have this kind of soft and then not all that hearty. So once they chew a bit, you see that they realize they are tired and they stop chewing. But the local breeds, they will continue to chew, and that's what we also call for maintenance in the pen. And the hilarious part is, I don't think a particular restaurant that is into pork will come to your farm just to buy a pig that is as small, or even a goat is somehow bigger than the particular pig coming to buy it on the farm. And so in terms of people coming to buy today, prefer to buy big ones such that when they're taking, people know that actually they have come to buy an animal, not just maybe you take a motorcane to go and buy a good size pig. Okay, so people also prefer to buy bigger ones so that they can use it for their restaurants. But if you, as I said, if you're producing for yourself and then your family or community, it's okay to go with a local one because you don't want to make all that. But remember, you are in for the business and you should make enough of the profit as much as possible from your activities. With this said, I'm sure you are not able to decide on which one to go in for. But I always say you should go in for the exotic ones because that one will take shorter time to grow and they give you more litter size and they require less time in terms of maintenance, and they are also bulky, long and then big in size, which will help you to be able to make a lot of your investment back in a short time. So now I'm sure you have been able to decide for yourself, and if you haven't yet, you can just let me know in the comments.